Slowly, slowly, the thunder is coming nearer. Let's see what's going to happen. It may also blow it at the side. Then how can we go about it? Not to go through our life half asleep. Basically, all we would need is to remind ourselves and stay alert and connected. Theoretically, that's all that is needed. Practically, a mind that has been formed growing up in the society has learned to function in a certain way. A psyche has picked up all kinds of limitations, all kinds of tendencies. And if we are not very alert, then the tendency is to just repeat the same stories over and over and over without being quite aware that we are doing it. So what is needed is just to, in one way or another, remind ourselves, hey, look what I'm doing again. Look how much I'm getting totally lost in the game, identifying with the role, creating all kinds of tensions, mental contradictions that create pain and suffering for me and for those around. And what can we do then in order to remember? Everybody has to find for themselves to pick up something that comes natural, to pick up one way with which we can easiest remember and connect. It's a very good, helpful thing to start our day with that sankalpa. I want to remember that sankalpa, that intention. I don't want to go through my day forgetful, but remember to connect. If that basic intention is there, the memory will come back more often. And when it's coming back, then just at that moment, connect consciously. But how? That we can do in different ways. The traditional approaches, they are very helpful pointers that we can use. If you are more an intellectual type, you may start to analyze. Oh, there I'm going again. Totally identifying I'm not that person. I am that which makes the experience possible. Then what I am? Who am I? What is it that makes the experience possible? This is one way to disconnect from the attachment that we are having and to bring the attention back to the soul. Who am I? I am. I am. And stay with that sense of presence that is indicated with those two most familiar and most simple words. I am. We cannot reasonably question, am I? Because the very fact that I'm questioning it means I am. And if I'm quiet, then I understand. Experience connected with that simple statement, I am, is the most familiar sense of presence. Somebody who is more devotional may not be so attracted to that question, who am I? And stay with that I thought, thinking always that I means close to ego. I is prior to ego. The ego is just a momentary appearance, reflection of that with which we unfortunately identify. But anyhow, if that resistance is there, we just open the heart to God. How to connect with that divinity? Just open the heart to that divine presence. Many people can do that by repeating a divine name, repeating a mantra. If that is something that comes easy and natural, then mantra japa is very powerful, a very powerful help. But not just with the idea to repeat as many mantras as possible in order to get as much out of it. Just use the mantra as a help to connect with that timelessness now and feel the divine presence. That divine presence is the same presence I'm talking about when I say that sense of presence that we are touching when we are asking, who am I? We can also just simply consciously breathe. Instead of unconsciously just pumping the air in and out of the body, consciously breathe in, breathe out. And more we become aware that with that movement of the air in and out that brings the oxygen and expels the carbon dioxide, something much more profound is happening. It's like the pulsation of life. It's the dance with the whole universe that is being expressed in that simple movement. And by consciously breathing, you bring the attention to the now. Becoming aware of the pure energy is filling the body, it is radiating out of the body, that makes all the plants grow, that makes all the animals alive, that keeps everything going. And that pure energy is an aspect of that same first manifestation of divinity that I said before, called before, that sense of presence. These are the three basic approaches, and then there are as many nuances to that as there are people. We can combine them in different ways, and everybody can find for themselves what functions best. And that's how we can connect consciously. First, that intent must be there. Now the wind is really picking up. I hope it doesn't make too much noise. What is important that basic sincerity is there. And it helps if we start our day renewing that sankalpa, renewing that intention. I don't want to go half asleep through my day. I want to be alert, aware, connect with the timelessness of the now. If the basic intent is there and we renew it every day, it's getting more and more powerful, and the memory becomes more and more spontaneous and more frequent until we just simply don't forget it anymore. You are that divinity. We don't have to become that. But unfortunately, we have forgotten about it. And for that, all these little efforts are helpful. Not in order to become something that we are not, but to help us to remember and connect until it becomes a real experience. Sometimes in glimpses, it comes and goes. But if we continue, those moments may get more profound, expand, become bigger and bigger, longer and longer. And eventually, somehow, the attention goes so deep into it that you don't lose it anymore. Whatever is happening, even if you find yourself externally in a situation where there is a lot of tension, where it's very agitated, and you play along, play your role in it, that awareness doesn't ever really completely go, that deep down there is that peaceful, joyous aspect that is not affected by it. And that is your home. That is where you are coming from.